And now, viewers, of course, we will get you some more information. Now we're getting in some more breaking updates. A painting of former President Bill Clinton in a dress appears in the newly released Epstein files from the Justice Department. Trump's name appears in a contact book found in the files. Although it's not clear whom the book belonged to, Trump, once a close friend of Epstein, fought for months to prevent the release of the records related to the investigation of Epstein, who died in a New York jail cell in 2019 while awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges. The Republican president eventually caved to pressure from Congress, including from his own party, and signed a law last month compelling publication of the material. And now, viewers, I have Aditya Vadhavan joining me with more details. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. Indeed, it's very, very shocking that, this Bill Clinton's former US president's name has appeared in the Epstein files. And definitely, he's seen hanging around with random girls and, definitely. And there could there are some reports going on that even US President Donald Trump's also name could surface in these Epstein files, because considering the fact that he hasn't allowed all the photos to be released as far as these Epstein files are concerned. So definitely, the many more famous personalities' names can come up in these Epstein files, be it American celebrities, be it UK British celebrities or former British PMs, and definitely it's a very, very embarrassing situation that such photos are coming in the public domain as far as these Epstein files are concerned, and definitely post that there could be a widely condemnation of these world leaders. Particularly if we talk about former US President Bill Clinton, definitely there could be some major condemnation of him, because he was considered one of the most iconic American figure. But now at this juncture, it seems that all the image of that has been spoiled, and definitely in the times to come we could see further condemnation of former US President Bill Clinton. Yes, Vishali, back to you.
I also have Brian Thomas joining me. Brian, what more would you like to add to what Aditya has just said?
We released the newly released document from the US Department of Justice. As part of the Epstein files include photographs of Jeffrey Epstein, even holding a frame check worth $22,500 bearing Donald Trump's signature. And according to the documents itself, the images are believed to have taken at a Mar-a-Lago in 1997. Again, clearly, the release has triggered renewed public and political debate in the US, with lawmakers and commentators calling for a further transparency, as more files expected to total hundreds of thousands of pages that are made available in the coming weeks. Not only that, the document also covers a wide range of material beyond just photographs. They include court records, communication, and heavily redacted investigative files related to the Epstein's activities and his associates. However, officials have emphasized that being pictured or named in these documents does not imply any wrongdoing by the individuals shown, but images are undated or lack context itself. Even pop icon Michael Jackson also appears in the release files. One photo shows him together with Clinton and singer Diana Ross on what appears to be a private flight, though the context and timing of the image still remains very unclear. Yes.
Brian, stay on with me. I'll come back to you after Aditya. Now, photos show Epstein holding $22,500 with a check of that with Trump's signature. The newly released Justice Department documents include an image of Jeffrey Epstein holding a framed $22,500 check bearing Trump's signature. The photo appears to have been taken at Mar-a-Lago in 1997. Epstein poses with a woman whose face is redacted. A different angle of the same check was released earlier this year by House Democrats from Epstein's 2003 birthday book. The Wall Street Journal reported the woman was a wealthy European, then in her 20s, who severed all ties with Epstein around 1997 and had no romantic relationship with either Epstein or Trump. Her attorney called the note a disgusting and deeply disturbing hoax. Meanwhile, Trump has said he's had a falling out with Epstein before his 2006 arrest in Florida. He sued the Wall Street Journal for defamation over its earlier reporting on the birthday book. I have Aditya with me. Aditya, what more can you tell us?
Well, absolutely. For quite some time now, as you mentioned, that Trump had also sued the Wall Street Journal for reporting for his alleged Donald Trump's link with this Epstein files. And definitely, I mean, there are some very, very strong reports that are circulating across the social media and many other platforms that US President Donald Trump's name could surface up. And, this is very evident of the fact that, he didn't allow, still now, he has not allowed all the photos related to the Epstein files to be released fully in the public domain. So indeed, at this juncture, there are concerns regarding the involvement of the US President Donald Trump in these Epstein files, considering the fact that he is holding the world's greatest position of the American president. And at this juncture, if his name comes in these Epstein files, so indeed, there will be a strong condemnation of US President Donald Trump, and definitely already people are very, very unhappy with some of his policies that is implemented by the US President Donald Trump, and this could further create more issues for US President Donald Trump, considering his reputation as the global leader. So at this juncture, it needs to be seen how things unfold in this scenario, Vaishali.
Stay on with me, Aditya. Now, another Epstein picture just surfaced today. So it shows Bill Clinton grinning ear to ear at a dimly lit dinner table with Jeffrey Epstein right behind him. Mick Jagger seems to be laughing in the middle. Clinton hung with Epstein deep into the 2000s, even post-conviction. 26 Lolita Express flights, island visits denied, but logs say otherwise. Aditya, back to you on this.
Well, absolutely. Indeed, it's a very, very, at this juncture, it's a very problematic situation that has happened for US President Donald Trump. And definitely, these Epstein files will definitely create a problem for if his photos are released, if the set of photos where US President Donald Trump is seen hanging around with random girls. So definitely, this could be one of the important tarnish to his reputation, and definitely in the times to come, in the days to come, more photos from these Epstein files, related to this Jeffrey Epstein, who is the biggest sex offender in the United States of America, could be released. Yes, Vaishali.
Now, Aditya, all of this information has come out. It's quite scandalous. How do you think, what is the kind of investigation that will follow through?
Well, this, Vishali, if you see, the course of investigation will be charted out by the Department of Justice, and what the U.S. Judiciary, what are the standard of SOPs that the U.S. Judiciary will follow while investigating the case. By what time all the photos related to these Epstein files will be, made public, be brought in the public domain, so that the offenders could be penalized as per the desired action. And this has several repercussions for the global leaders. If you talk about former US President Bill Clinton and current US President Donald Trump and many other famous personalities. So indeed, at this juncture, it is a conjecture that what all investigations will be done. What punishment will be meted out to all those who are involved in these Epstein files, Vishali.